You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Awkward After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Awkward After Show.
A little bit closer. See, the funny thing is, I feel like in this episode, it's the complete opposite of this song. Because everyone's just going further and further apart.
That's beautiful.
Just a little insight for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's Season 3, Episode 13, Taking Sides. I'm your host, Christina Zias, along with...
I'm Jason Eichler.
And we hope you guys watch this episode.
Yeah. Tiana's gone today.
Yeah.
Somebody did something in her eye.
She got into a fight.
A fight, probably.
She cheated on someone.
Girls cry.
And Tamara got involved. So yeah, that's what happened.
Obviously.
All right, Jason. So we start out in Tamara and Jenna's bedroom, which looks completely different.
She's grown up.
She's grown up, which is hilarious because it's been like a couple days.
Well, didn't it say like they flash forward 3 weeks or something?
Did they say that?
I think when she was typing in her diary, she's like 3 weeks have passed.
Okay. I'm happy to hear that because I was like, that's a lot of growing up in like, 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. Like, I feel like that's how a lot of people grow up in high school. They have their first big breakup and then they like reevaluate things. Well,
it's funny because if you rewind to earlier in this season, remember when Jenna was at that other party with Maddie where she first met Colin, or where she first actually hung out with him, and Colin's ex-girlfriend at the time was like, don't you feel like you're above him? Like, you're so much more mature. And now, obviously, Jenna moves on to Colin, and she's like, see you later, everyone else.
Redecorated my bedroom.
Questioning my butterfly necklace.
But I think she looks better.
She does. She looks good.
I think I like them so much. I think they're way more compatible than her and Maddie. Because I feel like Jenna was always so much smarter than Maddie. And I feel like her and Colin are at the same level. They both are into like the sort of hipstery things, like art.
Like writing.
Like art and writing and indie music.
And consignment shopping. I love how she said that.
I know.
I think my favorite part of this episode is when, obviously, one of the biggest issues is that Jenna wants her friends to accept Colin and doesn't want her life to be turned upside down, which we see she doesn't do very well.
Do you think that's hard, though? Because if you have, like, friends that are together, like I'm close with you and your boyfriend, if you guys broke up...
I mean, you're obviously taking my side.
Yeah, no, I know, but it would be like, oh, bummer, I really liked him.
Yeah.
And then if you, like, had a new boyfriend right away, I'd be like, calm down.
No, I agree. Well, and
but I also think like, okay, it's been 3 weeks now. Like, you got to move on past it.
And definitely. But it's not only like their relationship; they were all like a foursome, a sixsome.
Yeah, BF, GF, BFF.
Yeah, so it's like their whole kind of like group of friends got torn apart.
But I thought Jenna made a good point when she was arguing with Tamara, because I can never say her name right. Tamara. Because she wouldn't even be with her boyfriend if Jenna didn't break up with him in the first place.
Yeah, but that was a bad dig.
But it was kind of true. I guess it was kind of a bitch move.
It was a bitch move. It was a serious bitch move.
You got really upset about that.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's a little bit towards like, the end of the episode, but that pissed me off. Because Jenna... We talk about this all the time, but I feel like she is so selfish. And Colin was so awesome, and he was like very understanding. He's like, you can't expect them to be friends with me.
I know, that's why he's perfect.
He's so perfect and dreamy.
Because, well, yeah, he was even saying that. He's like, I'll take a step back if that means you're going to save your relationship with your friends.
And she didn't care.
But I don't think I would care either if it was for Colin.
Really? I think that I would try and fix things.
But I mean, I think she's doing, I'm usually like, oh, Jenna's so selfish. But I feel like she is trying really hard. Like, I'm going to throw this barbecue with my friends. Because it's not like she got this new boyfriend and is completely ditching her friends.
Right, she's trying to include them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's
true. And at the end of the day, it is a high school relationship. And you go through so many of those. It's not, you know.
But they're so mature.
That's true. What does the guidance counselor say? They're all in men bodies or something.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Actually, my favorite whole line of this episode was between Jenna and Tamara, where Tamara was like, geez, like, what'd she say? I punched a guy one time and you Chris Brownified me.
I love that.
What do you think about when finally Jenna got obviously super upset that no one showed up to her barbecue? And so she kind of like took a dig at Min and Tamara with like those awful text messages and then obviously that phone call.
You know what? I think, like, yes, it's a bitchy thing to do. But if you were Jenna and you just threw this party and nobody showed up, I think I'd be like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, go off at you. And so I completely get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Do I think it was the right thing to do? No, but I think her friends are equally in the wrong.
Totally. And I wish that Tamara said right away, listen, before you know, like, this is what just happened, I got into a huge fight with Jake. And instead of explaining herself, she kind of like just threw it back in her face.
I think because, I don't know though, because Tamara used to be the girl that's like all about like her friends doing fun and crazy things. And now she's like so relationship heavy that she's not very fun anymore.
No. And I actually feel bad saying this, but I think that Tamara and Jake need to break up.
I do too. Well, they kind of did.
Yeah, but like Jake is kind of like a little baby. Like I feel like he'll come crawling back. You don't think so?
Oh, I think he for sure will. Because I feel like Jake is equally in love with Maddie. As you know what I mean? He loves Tamara and Maddie the same.
Right.
And it's annoying.
Like bromance, real romance, totally. Do you think that he had the right to get so upset with her about keeping the secret?
See, I don't know, because when you're in a relationship, I feel like people are like, oh, don't tell anyone, like you always tell your significant other. That just happens.
Yeah.
But I also kind of get where she's coming from, because if it's her best friend, she's obviously going to keep this secret, especially if your boyfriends are best friends. And I think that, again, goes back to Jenna being selfish. But Tamara was in such an awkward position that I don't think I would have told.
If you were her.
No, because then she's putting Jake in an awkward position too.
Right, because then if he doesn't tell Maddie...
Then he's a bad friend, where it's like if she just keeps this in. But at the same time, Jenna has to tell her best friend.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Jenna's obviously the main problem in all
with all of this. Because, I mean, she should have just broken up with Maddie and then went with Colin, but then it wouldn't be an interesting TV show.
I feel like what everyone needs to do is anytime they have a secret, they just need to go talk to Lacey.
Oh, yeah, Lacey. I was thinking the guidance counselor. I'm like, that's a bad idea.
That's a horrible idea. But Lacey wants to hear it all.
Yeah.
She's probably not very good at keeping secrets, but she's probably not going to call Maddie or Jake to tell them.
Well, and I kind of like, I feel like Jenna was trying to be grown up and be like, we don't have to take sides, but you kind of have to take sides in these things. And I thought it was funny that Lacey took Maddie's side and then she had to do that whole fake breakup thing with him.
Yeah, that was so cute.
I love Lacey.
I know. Do you think that... Okay, so at what point of this episode did you either kind of fall back in love with Maddie or want to punch him in the face?
When he came back and like wanted to get back together with him.
Did you fall in love with him or want to punch him in the face?
Want to punch him in the face. I'm like, grow some balls.
Seriously?
Because this girl just cheated on you. Like, what part of that is like, you know what, I want you back? And even if you are still in love with her, like, that's so disrespectful.
I think, obviously, I've been on Team Colin for a while because I think he's a better fit for Jenna. But for some reason, I was kind of loving Maddie in this episode.
See, and I like Maddie. I just don't like Maddie with Jenna.
For Jenna.
But I was happy that he was trying to get it in with that other girl.
The Devin? Devin?
Yeah, Devin, right?
Yeah, I forget what Tamara calls her. She's like, are you devastated they're together?
And I thought that was like, I'm like, he's the popular guy. He should have girls lined up
to want to date him.
Yeah, and he's got a good personality. He's good looking.
Yeah, and obviously he has like a sweet heart.
Do you think it's because probably since he is the popular guy that he's usually the one that does the breaking up with? Like, I doubt he's ever been cheated on or heartbroken before Jenna.
Probably. I feel like Jenna was just kind of so out of his element, or someone he would never typically be with, that he actually like had to really be in love with her.
And she'll always be the one that got away.
It's so funny to me because obviously Jenna throws it into Mara's face about her dating Jake right after they broke up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of messed up what she says about like her just kind of almost taking her sloppy seconds. And like you not being able to get your own boyfriend, so you have to take mine.
But you know what? I thought back when that happened, Jenna was way too cool with it all happening. Clearly she wasn't, or she wouldn't be bringing it up. And I do think at the same time she had another boyfriend, but I think friends don't date friends' exes. I think that's very sloppy and just tacky. And so I feel like she at least owed her one-liner or one zinger off of it. Right,
but then Maddie has it coming for Jake then too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that was just a gross, like, weird, like, swinger-esque situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have a feeling I'm excited to talk about predictions because I feel like there's a lot of, like, juicy stuff coming up.
Well, and I kind of, because we saw, was it at the end of last season, Jenna goes crazy.
I know, and next week she smokes pot.
Which is completely really normal, but I know, I can't wait to watch that.
I know, me too. There's cop lights. I'm like, yes.
You go, girl. Well, I feel like she should, like, she's young. She should be having fun. And, like, I'm happy that she's not trying to please everybody. And just, like, she likes Colin, so she's going with it. And that's kind of part of growing up.
Yeah, it is. No, I mean, I think she's doing everything right, but I do just kind of find it hilarious because they always say like you end up picking up so many traits from the guy that you're with or from the girl that you're with, and obviously we're seeing it through Jenna really intensely and very quickly. Yeah. So it's kind of fun to watch.
Well, and I think too when you're that young, your friendships change anyways. You know what I mean? You go through a bunch of different groups of friends.
Yeah, you do.
And I think it's always sloppy and it's always awkward while it's happening. And so it's fun for us to watch, but everybody's got so much brewing. Like, and I kind of see everyone's side to the story, but it's like I think maybe these things are just going to split apart. And it's okay.
How do you like Sadie's involvement in it? Because obviously right away she was kind of like, Matt, grow a freaking pair of balls. Like, what are you doing? And deleted Jenna's phone number, and all text messages, any pictures.
I love
including nude ones.
Because I think everybody needs a friend like that that's like balls to the wall, man up, you know?
Yeah.
I think Sadie sees exactly what we saw. Like, this girl humiliated you and you're still chasing after like a little puppy.
I fell in love with Sadie in this episode,
Oh my God.
First of all, she looks so hot. If by any chance you are watching, damn girl, when she was in the bedroom with Maddie, I'm like, this is the best she's ever looked.
She looks so good.
Right? And I honestly thought they were maybe going to hook up.
I keep thinking they're going to hook up. But I'm so happy. Can we talk about her and
let's do it.
What's his name?
In Austin?
Austin. I wanted to say Preston.
Which is so fun because we haven't seen him really since that one episode where they at that house party.
No, and it's kind of interesting to see her character develop because she is such this bitch girl and she's like, oh, I'm not going to like you, blah, blah, blah. But then you can tell, like, she'll smile a little bit after he does something creepy. And I almost feel like they're the perfect pair because he's not afraid of her at all.
Right.
And everybody else in the school is so scared of Sadie.
I know. I think they would be really cute together. And I love how finally she was like, no, Lissa, like, back off.
He's mine.
He's mine.
And she's still a virgin, right?
Sadie?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah,
Unless
I think so.
Something happened that we didn't see.
No, I think she is.
So that'll be, I feel like he'll be good for that.
To de-virginize her. I think he'd be cute because of what you said before.
Yeah.
He could like stand up to her and take her, and he's cute too.
Do you think he is? Like, she was saying at first, like he's not all there up top. Do you think he has like a mental disorder?
I mean, he was eating carrots for lunch. Like,
that's your reasoning?
I mean, carrots are fine, but like what growing high school boy just eats carrots?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of weird.
It was a little weird.
Was that him that was talking about his body weight? I'm the perfect height for my body weight. She's
Right.
like, are you anorexic?
Right. And then it's funny because afterwards she's like, ew, I would never be with him. Like, I can't even fit into his jeans.
But I think she could now, though.
I don't know. Obviously, she's like a little insecure to be with boys, which we know because her last boyfriend died and cheated on her with a man and then died and then she got blamed for it.
And then she was like pseudo pregnant.
And then her parents lost their job.
That was my favorite moment in the show when they were trying to like out Debbie Downer each other.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Obviously, Sadie won.
Yep.
And I think it was so cute between them two because they're obviously, like, they have each other's backs.
Her and Maddie.
Yeah, he was trying to help her out so much.
I feel like they've been friends for forever and they're like completely honest with each other. And even he's like, oh, he's a good looking guy. Like, get with him.
Yeah. Which was like, and it's nice to have someone boost her ego because I feel like Sadie's always trying to bring everyone else down.
Yeah.
And even though we think she's great, people probably don't ever. She's like not that mean girl that you're like, oh my God, you compliment and you think she's so pretty and worship everything
You're like,
she
God,
does.
she's such a bitch.
Yeah, and you're like scared of her a little bit.
But I love that.
Yeah, obviously.
She kind of reminds me of Khloe Kardashian a little bit.
A little bit. Wait,
Like,
why?
Just because she's very like blatantly honest. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And just because you still like her, and she's your favorite Kardashian, she's your favorite
Sadie
awkward girl too.
And Khloe.
Well, I feel like, I mean, that's kind of what happened this episode, right? I don't think we really left anything out.
No, I mean, it's very like short and to the point, but I guess it's only a half-hour episode.
I know, which I feel like they should make it an hour long because
There's so much to cover.
I didn't watch the first 2 seasons, so then all of a sudden I watched them all in a couple days. I'm like, oh great, Awkward is so long and so entertaining, and now I'm like, oh my God, it's like
That's
20
it?
minutes.
Like, give me more. I know that's what because I started
always want
watching
more.
beginning of season 2, so I watched all season 1 like in one day. But yeah, it's good though. But I think it's better though because it leaves you wanting more.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll get into predictions, but you have some news and gossip, right?
Yes, I do. Oh, should we predict
AfterBuzz
first?
TV News.
Thank you, Steven.
Steven, that was really smooth on your end. So Tiana sent us this news and gossip, and she's not here. Rude.
She got punched in the face.
So Awkward is nominated for a People's Choice Award for favorite cable TV comedy.
Yay.
Which is good because they haven't really gotten many award nominations, and I'm hoping they'll get more notice now. And then Lissa has been moved. Greer Grammer is her name. Has been moved up to series regular.
Oh, that's good. So
we're
we'll
going to be seeing a lot
her.
more of her now. And she's also got a new dark comedy coming out called Chastity Bites.
Do we know?
It's like an indie movie.
Oh, an indie movie.
Yeah,
okay.
probably on Netflix, I'm assuming. And then one more, Ashley Rickards, who plays Jenna on the show, is writing her own Awkward book, and it's called Get Your Shit Together. And it's not going to be out until 2015.
That's
But it's
exciting.
supposed to help young women worldwide wade through any and all awkward phases and come out better on the other side.
Cool. That makes me super stoked.
I know, that'll be fun.
It'll be really fun.
Because I feel like she's probably just as clever as Jenna is.
Yes, definitely. Well, when Nikki DeLoach was here, she spoke so highly about her.
Yeah.
Saying that she's just brilliant and magnificent. So
It kind of seems like the whole cast is like a family,
definitely.
which is good.
Okay, what do you think? What are your predictions, Jason? Get into it.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
I think that Tamara and Maddie are not going to stay together. Tamara and Jake are not going to stay together.
I don't think Tamara
Oh my God.
and Maddie are together.
If Tamara and Maddie had a thing?
Then I would jump into the screen and slap that girl across the face.
That would be really funny though. I could see that happening.
No way. You really?
Just to kind of get, I actually could. It'd be like a revenge fuck.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that idea, but it would be
all.
funny. I hope that Colin's not like a rebound for Jenna. But I think they're going to stay together because she's going to go down this wrong path.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think she's going to go so far down it that Colin's going to be like, this is not the girl that I loved in the beginning.
I absolutely agree. And I think that she's kind of just going to like blow up herself because I think she'll have a lot of fun at first. And then you kind of see it even happening. He's probably like, you are so annoying.
Yeah.
And really selfish. And then it's like, if you want to be with me, then be with me, but stop talking about your friends or what you've lost or this and that.
Well, because she's very catty.
She is very catty.
And she hides it because she's such a hipster. But she's actually like a mean girl a little bit. An insecure mean girl.
Definitely. And I think she's gonna freak out when she starts seeing Maddie with other girls.
And I'm also excited to just see Sadie
fall in love?
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
I think so too. Do you think Sadie will get off of Jenna's back once she has a guy?
No, I think she'll probably rub it in her face more.
You think so?
Like, I have a boyfriend too, you know?
Like yeah, maybe.
Because I'm assuming by the time this romance comes along, Jenna's will fall apart. So maybe she'll rub it in her face.
I kind of want to see a girl fight. And I'm thinking that I want to see it between Jenna and one of Maddie's new girls. And I feel like Jenna's going to get so fed up with seeing him with new girls.
Yep.
Maybe like she's going to have a bad night or something with Colin. Be like, Maddie, I'm so sorry. I messed up. I want you back. And then girls can be like, Biatch, you had your chance.
Yeah, because you always want what you can't have.
Exactly. Guys, thank you so much for watching our awkward recap. I'm your host, Christina Zias. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miss Zias. And Jason?
I'm Jason Eichler, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Eichler.
Tweet us all your questions, and make sure to tune in next week. Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
But later. Oh, you're welcome.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.